On the chin is that?
Yeah, exactly. Scratching the chin, and same with the roof block, like my knuckles on my temple.
Yeah, okay.
And then the one on your body, the side of your fingers are just on your ribs. You're not on the front because your hand will get hit still, it's on the side.
Right, and the one I touch on the chin, where's the elbow?
I tuck my elbows down.
Yeah.
I usually have the back of my hand on it so I can do a speed assist or my block is reinforced.
Yeah.
But it means and also it doesn't alert them when I want to do a speed assist. If I always fight like this and then all of a sudden I go here, you know I'm all going to go bang.
Right.
But every move always comes back to here. You get really used to it, and then all of a sudden the fast one doesn't like alert you.
Cheeky.
Yeah, you're hiding the load.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might get a speed assist.
I'm not going to throw it in there. Just, I've got to
Alright, 5 minutes and then we'll swap it over again.
This is a machete.
Yeah.
That's it, you gotta get used to the range again, but then everything else is almost the same. And it's good, you're exiting again, which is nice. You're making John step forward. John, your main focus is still roof blocks.
Yeah. Oh.
But you can do the Benny Hill if you want.
Yeah.
It's working well for you.
Yeah, nice. Good going.
Good, you're not detrimentally chasing him. You're doing 2 or 3 and then backing out. It's well timed.
So don't throw for a minute.
Yeah.
Just stay there. That'll make
this
me,
is where I put my knuckles on my body and start stepping and moving around.
or even just with your stuff there, that's going to make me have to try to reach now. See how I've got it.
Now John's reaching, there's holes around him. Nice.
And as I pull back,
That's
brilliant.
it.
So just occasionally don't throw. And if I
Yeah,
try that.
that's good. As long as you're not close enough to getting hit, and then you can start the time. Nice, that was good. Nice, good movement from both you boys. Nice, good block. Got it. Nice, man, that was good. Once again, it's because you stepped with the feet, that was nice.
So stop trying for a sec. And now.
That's
yeah,
it. See, now you've invited him to open himself.
Yeah, now I'm going, I've got to
Exactly.
Good. Mix that up.
That's it. If you slot that in occasionally, you'll hit like all the black belts. We'll all go for you. If you invite us in, we'll come in. Halfway, 2.5 minutes left. That's it. You've invited him again. Nice. Nice. You're playing some good games now.
Nice.
Once again, it's the foot. Yeah. If you got the hand a little higher, it would have blocked. But it's because you stepped. That was the right distance.
Very slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got this wrong.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring that
I
back.
think you slowed. Yeah.
Too much.
Once again, you're doing too big of a movement. If you did shorter movements, you'd be able to return quicker.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. On the oval before, like you were going to your ribs too often. A lot of time you didn't attack back to ribs, then back to your defense. I think you need to go straight back to your defense.
Straight back.
Yeah, yeah. But that was well timed, Jace. You did well with it. So.
Yeah.
Alright, 40 seconds. Ten seconds. Alright, break. Nice guys.
Thank you, man.
Alright.
I don't think it's hard when I feel like I'm opening I feel better with my hand further out.
Yeah. I'll only do that in the Largo range a lot, where I'm stepping more over here and I'm not that close yet, and then that invites you. If I'm physically closer here, I will do it T-Rex. I don't feel comfortable taking that off the body. Because then if you go for something, I will only get halfway back and you're going to land. But if I'm T-Rex here, at least as you go for something, I can pull that back or actually return.
My trouble with
It's a distance
Jason
thing.
was I felt like we were in front cutting a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing small shots here, small shots here,
Yeah.
but we're not turning each other to try to get up the side sort of
A lot of time I find that it means that you have to take more steps.
bigger steps.
I mean, it means that people are going just little ones in and out of the
Yeah.
line, and it feels like you're always
Yeah, we're
realigning
just
with each
doing
other.
this.
Yeah.
Where if all of a sudden you did an extra step out, so if I completely detached and then came over here and then stepped, and then once again don't stop here, take another step, and then come back this way. Just more steps in, more steps out.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
You know, last week we had 2 lanes.
Like the narrow lanes, yeah.
Yeah, we had Tom Flynn. Anytime I had him on short, I'd keep him on short.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he wasn't as awesome
Yeah,
on the
once you
short.
crowded his space, because
Yeah.
he's got very good measurement for going over at the Largo, like Umpagata and back in again and baiting. But if you crowd his space a little bit, he
He
gets
can cover a lot of
yeah.
distance.
I
But
was saying that to John before, when he gets comfortable with being in the
He
closer
can-
range again, he gets really good.
okay, yeah, right, the opposite.
I was saying, he's the opposite issue of you. You step in and you have to step out more.
Uh-huh.
He steps out a bunch, but he has to step in more with his offense.
Yeah.
He's reaching a bit and you step with yours.
Uh-huh.
And that's why it's almost opposite styles and clashing. It's really good.
So I should be taking 2 or 3 steps.
I mean, it means you guys are doing like 1 in, 1 out, and then hanging on this like medium to Largo range.
Yeah.
But instead, if you thought 2 steps in and really get that pivot going, and then once I'm here, 2 steps out again. So there's a middle point. I can go 2 steps
Feels
in,
like you're
I'm
miles
in the
away.
middle point, and then 2
Yeah.
here, bang, 1 back. Like once again, 1 or 2 steps in, a lot more steps.
And in reality, if you did that, your opponent might get smothered. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no reason to have it.
You can maintain the pressure, but with this footwork, you can release it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now,
That feels miles.
already it looks like it feels like it's really far away.
Yeah.
And your opponent might not let you. They might stick on you. But now, as I'm going backwards, if they maintain the pressure,
Yeah.
you're forcing it,
Awesome.
and now I can time it with something.
Yeah.
And I get to time your footwork, and I get the advantage. So,
Right.
Yeah, you can hold.
Exactly. And if I don't feel comfortable going, I just take another step, and you take another step, and I take another, and I just keep getting off the line and redirecting. Eventually, you're going to reach and create a
Because you
mistake.
noticed that, I mean,
Yeah.
we were so front on.
Yeah.
It felt like anyone may get a lucky hand shot or something. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, like it didn't feel.
There's so little room. I mean, I can't reach
Yeah.
if I step
Yeah.
out there. It's
And because it's a small weapon, it feels like you need to be like you're already very
Yeah,
close.
you're already-
But it's funny, we're actually pretty much out of range with full extension. Where I'm saying, can I hit them with almost a bent arm, because it means I can come back for everything way faster. But to do that, I need to use way more footwork.
Yeah, right.
Moving
Right.
everywhere so that I can keep going. And on my butt, it means I can hit with my feet.
Okay.
I wonder if I visualize the katana,
Yeah.
I would be having a lot more hits.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
occasionally.
Sometimes that kind of
space.
stuff works. Like people
Yeah.
go, I'm gonna fight like I do with a machete, with the katana or the
Yeah.
knife, and like because you have a slightly different style. I find with the katana, I need to bait more. I come in too covered up, and people are just lashing out at me. I need to actually lower and bait it. With my machete, I need to get physically closer to people. With the knife, I need to stop pointing it so much and actually open the windows.
Yeah.
I have a different issue on each one that all I do well on the other weapons.
Yeah.
But then when I switch the weapon, I have a different mistake. But let's do 5 on this and see how it goes. Yeah, just think more steps. Alright, get defense.
So that's just mismanaged on the...
It's just me coming just closer
Yeah.
and then just seeing what can I do. If I did it from out here, I wouldn't have reached him.
No.
But I had to pull his shot first because otherwise he'd take my fingers off if I just reached for it.
Yep, okay.
But it's from footwork. I have to, and if I was too pointed and like this, you're going to back off. So I have to be a little bit looser and not point it as much. But occasionally look at this gap I'm creating by stepping out. But now I can really change the angle, pressure, release. Especially at the beginning, because he's already got the measurement.
Yeah.
I'm going to get used to the knife, but he's already done 5 minutes. I'm going, okay. Occasionally still bring it back to the body of the chin, because I'm getting in behind your weapon when you float out. Yeah, nice. So this invites me forward, but then when you do this, it takes away the hold. It's good. My hand. Feel like it's a trap.
Yeah, I did see it close to your body and
Yeah, I'd say when I do this is not open.
yeah,
It's loaded and you go, please go through this.
I was aroused by the bait,
Yeah,
and then I
that's exactly it.
realised the loading.
You're going, it's right there, and you're going, this is way too obvious.
So when you're coming in right very close, should Jason just pivot to the side or something?
Yeah, if you pivot off the line, but you don't have to exit as much.
Because you are going back, but then you're going straight back. And he's coming in very close and able to cop one.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
maybe
Good
if-
evening.
When you,
Even for myself now, I'm thinking I need to get physically closer as well to give myself more opportunities.
right,
So I'm coming in, I'm baiting a bit too far out. If I instead went to here, this would be way more enticing. I'd be more able to get bumps and other stuff. Or even as you go for something here, can I just come back and re-enter?
so when you get to here,
Yeah.
should he like tilt his head?
Yeah.
And just go off a bit?
Yeah,
So
if he-
aim your head a little bit.
Sometimes
to one
that's
side.
something we used to do a lot where we'd almost lead with the head and the feet would follow.
Just a little bit.
Okay,
And just
okay.
get, instead of being straight, fighting him.
Great,
Because,
great, yeah.
yeah, okay, give
Right,
that
okay,
again.
2 more minutes and then we'll switch up.
Yeah.
Nice. That's it. So you feel me like coming in with that pressure, lead with your head and get out off the side. Yeah, nice. That was a good measure.
I'm doing everything. That's just to see where the holes are. How to fix it.
Nice. Drop it out well.
Yeah, I can't outstep him. Like, the guy who can't dance.
Without dancing, can you?
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Got me on the leg.
that was great.
Alright, one more minute.
Yeah. Now exit circular after this. Go a bit, exit a little bit diagonal now.
Yeah, that. If you can just fall out, like push in. Yeah, falling
Yeah.
out to the side. Yeah. So you almost got me on that one.
I'll do that again.
Because you're drawing me into the middle. Yeah, see? You're timing my step. When you did that,
Yeah.
I'm following. That's my foot lands. You're attacking.
Yeah, triangle.
As I was saying, like, you're already good at stepping with your offense, but if you can step back and time it. So like, even here, push forward for 2 or 3, and then I'll go back, and then when I return, pull me out, and now you have time. Yeah, see? That's the trap.
Mm-hmm.
That was
More in
great.
the feet.
Right.
Alright, let's do like 30 seconds, and then we'll switch out.
Neat trick.
That's it. And this is the chess game. You don't need any physical moves, I think. I think it's just
Yeah,
the
just not the
psychology.
edge.
Yeah. See, this is it.
Now step, yeah, good.
Yeah, see, that I was thinking the timing and measurement, and you just disconnected it, and you ruined all my measurements. No, I'm going to do this today. No, I'm going to pressure. Time it.
Now step. Go sideways. It was the only time you went straight back.
But
That was really good.
That was really good right at the end there.
Yeah.
You're getting off the line and you're close enough to capitalize.
Okay.
You're dodging and you're pulling it like
Just like dancing.
you felt that there.
Yeah.
Didn't you? And it doesn't have to be clean footwork. A lot of times, like John and I, just feel like we're leading, and then I'm going to fall. That
Yeah.
foot has to catch
But
me.
even what you did, it's just a triangle.
Yeah.
But it was, Josh was coming up, hurting you,
Yeah.
and then just getting on the side.
And a lot of times, I actually trigger it by going pressure, pressure, pressure.
Yeah.
When they go to meet me, I float away. They step in and I go, now. Time, it's a trap you can set up with your
But
footwork.
that triangle you did, that I could see the angle was completely different
That was
when
good.
you did your really fast in.
Because like I said, when you guys were fighting before, it felt like you were a little vertical.
Yeah.
Then you'd both circle, we'd both be vertical again, you're realigning.
And it just becomes a
But,
hand
yeah,
fight.
but if you do a little bit more of the wider stuff, and especially if you disconnect more, then do it a bit more, then come back in, you can really play with the angles.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to make my opponent reach to create gaps, and ideally step so I can time the gap.
Mm.
Yeah, but no, honestly, man, that was really
Nice.
good.
Yeah, that was good.
Great.
Magic.
Thank you.
All right, last one.